Have you noticed your legs becoming weaker, more painful, or heavier with each passing year? Perhaps climbing a few stairs, walking to the mailbox, or even standing for just a few minutes leaves you feeling exhausted and achy. Many people assume this is an inevitable part of aging. But what if the real culprit lies right on your dinner plate? In this informative video, we will explore 5 common foods that are silently weakening your muscles, restricting your movements, and diminishing your mobility. More alarmingly, these foods are robbing you of flexibility and the precious freedom of movement that is invaluable in older age. The good news is there are simple, practical changes you can implement today to restore strength to your legs and maintain vitality for years to come. This is not just a nutritional matter, it's about maintaining independence, preventing falls, and the joy of taking care of yourself, walking with loved ones, or playing with grandchildren. We will specifically explain why foods such as refined sugars, fried fast foods, salty snacks, and processed products cause serious harm. They lead to muscle loss, stiff joints, brittle bones, and increase your risk of chronic pain, osteoporosis, and life-altering injuries. You will also learn about the severe impacts these foods have, such as inflammation, impaired blood circulation, and accelerated age-related muscle loss. However, you will receive practical guidance for improvement. Small adjustments, like choosing fresh foods and healthier cooking methods, can help boost your energy, reduce pain, and increase endurance in your legs. Don't let minor dietary mistakes impact your future. Stay with us until the end of the video to master the secrets of keeping your legs strong, stable, and pain-free. Because you deserve an active, independent life filled with valuable experiences. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to never miss our helpful future videos. Your support is a great motivation for us to continue sharing valuable content. If you find this video helpful, please hit the like button and share it with friends and family. If you're interested in this topic, leave a comment with the number 1. If you're not satisfied, comment with 0 so we can improve and serve you better. Now, let's begin with our first culprit, refined sugar, the sweet deceiver that is silently draining your muscle strength. What happens when the very thing we seek for comfort quietly undermines the foundational strength of our bodies, particularly our legs, which support every step we take each day? As we age, many of us begin noticing signs such as weaker legs, lingering joint pain, or less stability than before. We often accept these changes as an inevitable part of aging. But what if the real culprit is something much more insidious, something we encounter every day yet rarely suspect? What if sugar, the seemingly harmless, sweet, and familiar substance, is quietly eroding our physical strength without our awareness? It's time we stop ignoring the truth. Refined sugar, especially in its processed forms, is accelerating the decline of our bodies, particularly targeting the legs, the very foundation of independence and mobility in older age. Have you noticed your legs becoming weaker, more painful, or heavier with each passing year? Perhaps climbing a few stairs, walking to the mailbox, or even standing for just a few minutes leaves you feeling exhausted and achy. Many people assume this is an inevitable part of aging. But what if the real culprit lies right on your dinner plate? In this informative video, we will explore 5 common foods that are silently weakening your muscles, restricting your movements, and diminishing your mobility. More alarmingly, these foods are robbing you of flexibility and the precious freedom of movement that is invaluable in older age. The good news is there are simple, practical changes you can implement today to restore strength to your legs and maintain vitality for years to come. This is not just a nutritional matter, it's about maintaining independence, preventing falls, and the joy of taking care of yourself, walking with loved ones, or playing with grandchildren. We will specifically explain why foods such as refined sugars, fried fast foods, salty snacks, and processed products cause serious harm. They lead to muscle loss, stiff joints, brittle bones, and increase your risk of chronic pain, osteoporosis, and life-altering injuries. You will also learn about the severe impacts these foods have, such as inflammation, impaired blood circulation, and accelerated age-related muscle loss. However, you will receive practical guidance for improvement. Small adjustments, like choosing fresh foods and healthier cooking methods, can help boost your energy, reduce pain, and increase endurance in your legs. Don't let minor dietary mistakes impact your future. Stay with us until the end of the video to master the secrets of keeping your legs strong, stable, and pain-free. Because you deserve an active, independent life filled with valuable experiences. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to never miss our helpful future videos. Your support is a great motivation for us to continue sharing valuable content. If you find this video helpful, please hit the like button and share it with friends and family. If you are interested in this topic, leave a comment with the number 1. If you're not satisfied, comment with 0 so we can improve and serve you better. Now, let's begin with our first culprit, refined sugar, the sweet deceiver that is silently draining your muscle strength. What happens when the very thing we seek for comfort quietly undermines the foundational strength of our bodies, particularly our legs, which support every step we take each day? As we age, many of us begin noticing signs such as weaker legs, lingering joint pain, or less stability than before. We often accept these changes as an inevitable part of aging. But what if the real culprit is something much more insidious, something we encounter every day yet rarely suspect? What if sugar, the seemingly harmless, sweet, and familiar substance, is quietly eroding our physical strength without our awareness? It's time we stop ignoring the truth. Refined sugar, especially in its processed forms, is accelerating the decline of our bodies, particularly targeting the legs, the very foundation of independence and mobility in older age. For elderly individuals, fractures, especially hip fractures, can be a life-changing event. What might have been a minor fall in younger years can now result in prolonged recovery, gradual loss of mobility, and, most importantly, loss of precious independence. One of the most alarming aspects of sugar is its stealthy presence in foods promoted as healthy. Many products like flavored yogurts, granola bars, salad dressings, bread, and breakfast cereals, seemingly healthy foods, actually contain high levels of hidden sugars, comparable to candy bars. That's why carefully reading ingredient labels becomes critical. Be vigilant for ingredients such as high fructose corn syrup, maltose, or anything ending in -ose, as these are all forms of added sugar. Completely eliminating sugar from your diet may not be realistic, but consciously choosing and managing your sugar intake can significantly protect your strength, flexibility, and sustained mobility. Prioritize natural sweeteners. We will explore these healthier alternatives in the next section. Instead of refined sugar, consider natural sweeteners like raw honey, pure maple syrup, or coconut sugar. These alternatives have a lower glycemic index, helping prevent harmful blood sugar spikes. Furthermore, whole fresh fruits such as berries, apples, or citrus fruits can healthily satisfy your sweet cravings while providing essential vitamins and antioxidants, positively supporting muscle and bone health. Remember, perfection isn't necessary. Small yet mindful choices over time can significantly enhance your health. Choose whole, nutritious foods, avoid hidden sugar traps in processed products, and take control of what you put into your body. Your legs, and your precious independence, deserve protection. What you choose today will determine how you move, live, and enjoy life tomorrow. Don't let refined sugar quietly steal your strength. Opt for an active, vibrant, and proactive lifestyle, enabling you to continue doing meaningful things, whether walking in the park, caring for loved ones, or simply standing strong each day. Next up, the second dangerous food, fried and fast foods. Silent enemies of joints, circulation, and overall health. Perhaps you are still watching this video because you genuinely care about your health. That is truly commendable. If you're still here, please leave a comment below to let me know you're on this journey with me. It's undeniable. The crispy taste of hot French fries, the crunchy exterior of fried chicken, or the sweet, soft texture of freshly baked donuts provide immediate satisfaction. For many people, these foods aren't just fast food, they hold cherished memories, family gatherings, special occasions, or simply relaxing moments. For older adults, fast food often presents a convenient, quick, and affordable option, sometimes a practical solution for busy days when cooking isn't feasible. However, hidden beneath this tempting appeal are significant risks, especially to your joints, circulation, and most importantly, your long-term mobility and independence. While aging is inevitable, not all joint pain or slowed movements result solely from aging. Diet plays a critically important role, and fried and fast foods are among the worst culprits. These foods are frequently fried in oils high in trans fats and partially hydrogenated oils, potent inflammatory agents within the body. Besides contributing to unwanted weight gain, these fats exacerbate chronic inflammation, severely impacting joints. Persistent inflammation doesn't just cause discomfort, it silently destroys your joint structure. When inflammation damages cartilage, the protective cushion between bones, it results in stiff joints, swelling, and persistent, unbearable pain. Imagine attempting to climb stairs, each step feeling like knives stabbing your knees, or simply walking to the store, each hip movement accompanied by relentless pain. These aren't minor inconveniences, they represent genuine disabilities, significantly impacting everyday life. Even worse, inflammation from fried and fast foods can initiate osteoarthritis, a disease affecting millions of elderly people worldwide. As joint pain intensifies, individuals become less active, muscles weaken, and joints deteriorate further, a vicious cycle worsening over time. However, the damage doesn't end with joints. Fried and fast foods also negatively affect blood circulation, crucial for delivering oxygen and nutrients throughout your body, particularly your legs. These calorie-dense foods often contain excessive saturated fats and sodium, directly harming blood vessels. They narrow arteries, raise blood pressure, and diminish oxygen-rich blood flow to muscles and joints, causing cramps, leg fatigue, heaviness, and sluggishness. Even short walks can become challenging. Poor circulation also increases risks for dangerous conditions like deep vein thrombosis, DVT, and peripheral artery disease, PAD, conditions that can seriously threaten your health and independence. These foods can cause chronic pain, permanently limit mobility, and even increase the risk of serious falls. What makes these meals particularly concerning is that they are essentially calorie bombs in disguise. A seemingly small meal can contain hundreds of calories due to its high fat and carbohydrate content. Over time, the accumulation of these excess calories leads to weight gain, and this is especially bad news for your knees. Every additional pound, approximately 0.45 kilograms, of body weight adds nearly 4 pounds, 1.8 kilograms, of extra pressure on your knees with each step. Excess weight doesn't just exacerbate joint pain, it also affects balance and stability, significantly increasing the risk of falls. For older adults, a single fall can trigger a cascade of severe consequences: broken bones, hospitalization, prolonged immobility, and even a loss of independence. Moreover, fried foods and fast foods do nothing to nourish your bones. They lack essential minerals such as calcium and magnesium, crucial for maintaining bone strength. Even worse, the high sodium content in these foods can leach calcium from your bones, diminishing their density and strength. When your bones no longer receive adequate calcium, partially due to a diet high in sodium and processed foods, they gradually weaken. This is a direct path to osteoporosis, a common condition among older adults where bones become brittle, porous, and highly susceptible to fractures. Hip fractures, the most severe complication of osteoporosis, can strip away your ability to care for yourself. In many cases, it results in permanent loss of independence, setting off a series of physical, mental, and quality of life declines. The danger of fast food isn't found in its appeal, convenience, or low price. It's in the silent yet serious harm it inflicts on joints, muscles, and bones. Meals that seem harmless or quick bites can become the reason why many older adults live in chronic pain and limited mobility for years to come. Don't trade your vitality for the convenience of fast food. It's time to proactively protect your health by choosing foods that nourish rather than harm your body. Fast food is everywhere, in stores, on streets, via delivery apps, just a tap away. But behind this convenience lie hidden dangers. Not just fried items, even salads that appear healthy on fast food menus typically contain high-sodium dressings, oily toppings, and hidden sugars, all weakening your body, especially as you age. The reality is that every time we choose convenience, we're gambling with our health. Each meal packed with salt, sugar, and saturated fat quietly accumulates consequences: joint pain, poor circulation, weight gain, imbalance, and ultimately, the loss of independent mobility. Yet there is clear hope. You have the power and ability to control your health. There's no need to eliminate fast food entirely. Simply reducing its frequency and making smarter choices can significantly improve your body's condition. For example, choose grilling instead of frying. Use healthy plant oils like olive oil or canola oil. Prioritize fresh, whole foods such as leafy greens, whole grains, fish, and lean meats. These choices might seem small, but they lay the foundation for a healthier, more active life. Every meal is an opportunity to choose vitality over deterioration, to protect bones, muscles, and joints, and to continue walking freely without pain or dependency. Switching to healthier cooking methods like grilling, steaming, or air frying can maintain delicious flavors without the harmful trans fats and excess calories found in deep-fried foods. Take sweet potatoes, for instance. Instead of deep frying, you can simply roast them with a drizzle of olive oil to create a nutritious, lower-fat, and flavorful alternative, perfectly replacing the oil-laden fries commonly found in fast food chains. Even when dining out, you can still make healthier choices: opt for grilled rather than fried dishes, replace soda with water or unsweetened tea, and select fresh apples or salads with light dressings as side dishes. Small adjustments like these, though seemingly minor, can significantly improve your long-term health. The real game-changing foods are those that enhance blood circulation and support bone and joint health. Actively include in your diet oily fish like salmon and mackerel, rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which fight inflammation and protect blood vessels. Leafy greens such as spinach and kale, high in nitrates, which help widen blood vessels and improve circulation. Berries such as blueberries and strawberries, packed with antioxidants to protect your cells. For bone health, ensure your body receives sufficient calcium and magnesium from dairy products, leafy greens, and nuts. Vitamin D from salmon, egg yolks, or morning sunlight, enhancing calcium absorption. Remember, what you eat today shapes how you move tomorrow. Deep-fried or processed snack foods might bring immediate pleasure, but the cost can be joint pain, weakened muscles, poor blood circulation, and brittle, fragile bones. It's not just about health, it's about the risk of losing autonomy and the ability to live independently, among the most precious things as we age. The good news is you have the power to change this. Every time you choose whole, nutrient-rich foods, you are investing in a healthier, more flexible future, one where falls or joint pains no longer dictate the course of your life. When cravings for snacks arise, resist indulging in processed foods loaded with sugar and salt. Instead, opt for unsalted or lightly roasted nuts, crispy roasted chickpeas, homemade snacks crafted from wholesome ingredients. These choices not only satisfy hunger but also nourish the body, reduce inflammation, and support long-term health. Whether dining at home or outside, skip fried foods and prioritize steamed, grilled, or lightly oiled dishes. Every small adjustment in your eating habits today accumulates into significant results later. This is the path toward stronger legs, easier movement, and greater independence in later life. The power of food is undeniable. It can harm, but it can also heal, strengthen, and protect. It all begins with the choices you make today. The food you choose can either be a source of strength or a cause of gradual physical decline. Every meal is a decision. Will you select foods that energize your body and enhance your flexibility, or will you opt for immediate convenience that leads to lasting consequences like joint stiffness, pain, and decreased physical function? The next time you're tempted by crispy fried foods or packaged snacks, pause and ask yourself, is this worth sacrificing the strength, flexibility, and independence of my legs? Your choice will shape your quality of life in the coming years. When you choose nutrient-rich, anti-inflammatory foods, you're eating not just for today but investing in your future, a future where you can still move freely, steadily, and vibrantly. This small yet valuable investment pays off immensely. Every healthy choice today translates into a healthier body, independent living, and graceful movement, not just for months, but for years ahead. So, think beyond each meal. Let every bite be a step toward becoming a healthier, stronger version of yourself. Caring for your mobility and independence means caring for your life. Hidden risk number 3, sodium, the silent saboteur hiding in everyday foods. One commonly overlooked threat in modern diets is the high sodium, salt content, especially prevalent in processed foods, canned goods, sauces, and industrially prepared meals. Hidden risk number 3, sodium, the silent saboteur hiding in everyday foods. One commonly overlooked threat in modern diets is the high sodium, salt content, especially prevalent in processed foods, canned goods, sauces, and industrially prepared meals. Sodium is frequently used to enhance flavor and preserve food. However, excess sodium poses a significant health risk, particularly for older adults. It disrupts the delicate fluid balance in your body, causing water retention and swelling, especially in your legs and ankles. Imagine your legs feeling weighed down by stones. That heavy sensation not only slows your steps but exhausts you physically and mentally. Initially, it might just feel slightly uncomfortable. Over time, however, swelling due to sodium becomes a daily battle. Each step becomes exhausting. Standing for prolonged periods, climbing stairs, or even walking a few meters can become challenging. Many seniors begin experiencing dull aches, heavy legs, or stiff joints after sitting or standing too long. More troubling, a diet excessively high in sodium exacerbates muscle cramps, joint pain, and loss of mobility in older adults. Swelling isn't merely a symptom, it's the beginning of a chain reaction leading to immobility, muscle loss, and loss of the motivation to move. The less you move, the weaker your body becomes. When your legs feel heavy as lead, you become even less inclined to walk. Over time, your quality of life can silently deteriorate without you realizing it. Each step becomes a painful reminder that your body no longer functions as it once did, making independence and freedom increasingly difficult to maintain. However, swelling due to sodium is just the tip of the iceberg. Beneath the surface, excessive sodium, especially from processed meats, contributes to a far more serious issue: silent chronic inflammation. Processed meats, such as sausages, bacon, ham, and canned meats, are often chosen for their convenience. Yet behind this convenience lie high levels of preservatives, nitrates, nitrites, and various industrial chemicals. These substances do not remain inert in your body, they actively trigger widespread inflammation, gradually deteriorating muscles and joints over the years. What's alarming is that the damage from chronic inflammation doesn't happen overnight. It occurs silently, bit by bit. You may not notice until muscles begin to weaken, joints ache regularly, and simple tasks such as climbing stairs, tying shoelaces, or even getting up from a chair become overwhelmingly difficult and exhausting. As inflammation spreads, muscle fibers deteriorate, no longer adequately supporting the skeletal system. You'll feel constant fatigue, losing the ability to engage in favorite activities such as walking, gardening, or playing with grandchildren. It's not merely the loss of routine, it's the loss of connection with your body, and sometimes, with life itself. This is a silent but persistent physical decline. And if you continue to repeat the same processed food habits, you are fueling a vicious cycle. Chronic inflammation is a silent saboteur. The older you get, the more vulnerable your body becomes to it. One of the most serious consequences of inflammation is sarcopenia, age-related muscle wasting. Muscle atrophy is more than just weak muscles. It means more falls, more fractures, and the risk of becoming completely dependent on others, even for basic activities. Imagine a day when carrying a bag of groceries or getting out of a chair becomes a daunting task. That's what muscle atrophy can do. But the most important thing to remember is, this is not an inevitable fate. You can slow, or even reverse, the process. By cutting back on processed foods, reducing sodium, and choosing anti-inflammatory foods, you're protecting your muscles, joints, bones, and your freedom. The harmful effects of processed meats don't stop at causing inflammation and weakening muscles. What's less obvious is that they also interfere with your body's ability to absorb and use essential nutrients, the very nutrients your body needs to maintain muscle health. Our bodies need high-quality protein, magnesium, B vitamins, and iron to nourish, repair, and grow muscles. Without these nutrients, your muscles will starve for nutrients, leading to fatigue, weakness, and reduced endurance, no matter how much you eat. Ironically, foods that are often advertised as high in protein, like hot dogs, deli meats, and sausages, are actually low in beneficial nutrients and loaded with industrial chemicals like nitrates, preservatives, and additives. Not only do these foods not provide enough nutrients, they also hinder the body's ability to absorb nutrients from other sources, making muscles weaker and more vulnerable over time. This is not just an inconvenience. It is a major risk to long-term health. As muscle mass decreases, you lose the ability to maintain posture, balance, and flexibility. The risk of falling, breaking bones, and losing mobility increases significantly. Things that seem simple, such as standing up from a chair, bending down to pick up something, or walking up steps, will become difficult and require help from others. The good news is, you can change this by making better food choices. Replace processed meats with fresh, nutritious, and healthier foods to keep your muscles strong and flexible. For example, grilled chicken, turkey, or salmon, high-quality protein foods that are free of harmful preservatives. They help repair and build muscle, providing a solid foundation for exercise and endurance. If you prefer plants, don't worry, there are plenty of great options. Lentils, black beans, chickpeas, quinoa, and nuts, beans, and seeds are rich sources of plant-based protein, fiber, vitamins, and minerals. They not only nourish your muscles but also help reduce inflammation and promote overall health. Instead of cold cuts and sandwiches or wraps, you can replace them with hummus, creamy mashed chickpeas, fresh avocados rich in potassium and good fats, colorful fresh vegetables that are both delicious and full of nutrients. These foods nourish not only your muscles but also your mind. They provide vitamins and minerals that help the body fight aging, maintain flexibility and independence in daily activities. Choosing nutrient-dense, anti-inflammatory foods is a valuable investment in your future health. When you decide to stay away from processed meats and foods high in sodium, you are proactively protecting your muscles and joints, helping to maintain strength, mobility, and flexibility, especially in your later years. The benefits of these positive changes will not stop at the physical level. You will maintain your independence, improve your quality of life, and most importantly, continue to enjoy the activities you love, from taking a walk in the park to playing with your grandchildren. Processed meats may provide temporary convenience, but the price you pay is your health, strength, and freedom of movement. Choosing fresh, unprocessed foods is choosing a long, healthy, and independent life. The decision is yours. And when you prioritize health over convenience, you ensure that your future self can still walk freely, live fully, and thrive without limits. Underscore 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 underscore. Circulatory health, a silent survival factor affected. Good circulation is the foundation for maintaining vitality, energy, and muscle strength. But over time, silent damage to the circulatory system, especially from a high-salt, low-nutrient diet, can slowly begin to undermine overall health, often without us even realizing it. You may experience sudden cramps, especially in the legs, a feeling of weakness in your muscles, and your energy levels are decreasing as the day goes on. Things that used to be easy, like climbing a few flights of stairs or walking to the end of the street, now seem like a challenge. Not only does it leave you feeling tired, it also eats away at your confidence, making you shy away from exercise and gradually withdrawing from the little joys in life. The good news is, you can still turn things around. And that power lies in the decisions you make every day. Reducing sodium intake isn't just advice, it's a way out, a way of life that saves your body. When you adopt a low-sodium diet, while adding in nutrient-rich, healthy foods, you're protecting your muscle mass, increasing your energy levels, and maintaining the independence you deserve. Imagine a meal with fresh, colorful, antioxidant-rich fruits and vegetables, lean proteins like grilled fish or chicken, whole grains, which provide sustained energy, and unsalted nuts, which are rich in good fats. Every bite now isn't just filling, it's nourishing your body in the right way. Every time you cook a meal, you're not just taking care of today, you're investing in a hopeful tomorrow. A future where you can walk in the sun on your own, walk steadily without worrying about falling, and live a life not limited by pain, swelling, or loss of strength. Physical limitations in old age come not only from what you eat, but also from what you inadvertently leave on your plate, especially salt. Sodium is a sneaky enemy, lurking in places you don't expect, from canned soups, frozen foods, commercial sauces and condiments, to seemingly healthy snacks like flavored crackers or packaged popcorn. It's important to learn how to read nutrition labels. Once you start paying attention to the sodium content on food packaging, you'll be surprised at how quickly it adds up, and in many cases, you've already exceeded your daily recommended intake without even realizing it. Small amounts of sodium may be harmless, but over time, if you consume too much, the subtle but undeniable effects will start to take a serious toll on your health. The problem goes beyond the immediate symptoms of muscle cramps and weakness. The long-term effects of too much sodium, especially in older adults, can be devastating. Sodium also silently attacks bones, forcing the body to excrete calcium through urine. Calcium is the foundation for strong bones. When calcium is lost without being replaced, bones become brittle, weak, and prone to fracture. For older adults, this is especially worrying. A minor fall can lead to a serious fracture, leaving you bedridden for months, or permanently losing your ability to move and live independently. The tragedy of sodium is that it doesn't cause immediate pain. You won't get a clear warning. But the damage accumulates every day, every bite, every convenience food package. It's a silent killer, robbing you of strength, energy, and ultimately, your ability to be independent. Even more worrying, many people are now consuming 2 to 3 times the recommended daily amount of sodium, especially when eating out or consuming packaged, processed foods. What used to be a small pinch of salt at mealtimes has now become a silent health crisis for millions. Underscore 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 underscore. But this is where you can make a real difference. You don't have to live with the consequences of a high-sodium diet. You can make a change, and you can start right now. By choosing fresh, unprocessed ingredients, cooking at home instead of eating out, prioritizing natural seasonings like garlic, pepper, and herbs over bottled sauces, and reading the nutrition facts label on every package. You're protecting not only your bones and muscles, but also your heart and your independence. Prioritize fresh, whole foods over processed options. And don't be afraid to experiment with herbs, natural spices, lemon juice, or apple cider vinegar. They'll add flavor to your food without adding salt. These seemingly small changes can have a profound impact on your health. More importantly, they give you back control of your future. The foods you choose today will become the foundation for a healthier tomorrow. Every time you cut back on salt, choose more nutritious ingredients, and feed your body what it really needs, and you're one step closer to a life filled with energy, resilience, and self-reliance. You have the power to change your health, and it starts today. Every decision, no matter how small, is a step toward becoming a better version of yourself. A you who can move more easily, live more joyfully, and enjoy every moment of life without being limited by physical limitations. The path to lasting health begins with a mindful choice, every meal, every day. Underscore 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 underscore. As we age, the importance of maintaining vitality, clarity, and flexibility becomes ever more evident. One of the most effective and easy ways to do this is to consciously choose foods that are appropriate for our aging bodies. The foods you eat can nourish your health, or, conversely, contribute to your body's silent decline. Prioritize green vegetables, fresh fruits, lean proteins, like fish, chicken, beans, whole grains, unsalted nuts. These are foods that are naturally low in sodium but rich in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, supporting important functions such as heart, muscles, brain, and immune system. They help maintain stable energy levels, keep you more active, more confident, and attached to the simple joys in life. If you're still here, leave comment number 3 below to let me know you're joining me on this health journey. However, modern life often forces us to take the easy way out. Many people reach for the salt shaker whenever they feel like their food isn't flavorful enough. It's a common habit, quick, convenient, and easy to do. But the sad thing is that even small amounts of salt, added repeatedly every day, can build up over time, contributing to high blood pressure, fluid retention, putting a lot of strain on the heart, kidneys, and musculature. This is especially dangerous for older adults, whose bodies have already begun to undergo changes due to aging. Underscore 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 underscore. The good news is that you don't have to sacrifice flavor to stay healthy. There are plenty of ways to make your food more flavorful and flavorful without salt. Coriander, ginger, garlic, shallots, basil, lemongrass, mild chili peppers, turmeric, black pepper, dried orange peel, etc. Lemon juice or apple cider vinegar can also add a refreshing flavor and help stimulate digestion. Simple habits like these, if done regularly, can make a big difference in your life. Incorporating a variety of natural herbs and spices into your daily meals can be a real game changer for your health. Herbs like rosemary, thyme, garlic, cumin, and turmeric not only add flavor and texture to your dishes, but also provide a host of healing benefits for your body. Turmeric, with its active ingredient curcumin, has been shown to have powerful anti-inflammatory properties, which can reduce joint pain and swelling in older people. Rosemary and thyme are also known to aid blood circulation and digestion, making them a great addition to your daily meals. Lemon juice, lime juice, or apple cider vinegar not only brightens up your food and makes it easier to eat, but also adds flavor naturally without the need for salt. These healthy alternatives are not only healthy, but they also make your meals more enjoyable and satisfying without relying on excessive sodium. When you want to add more flavor to your food, you can also use a little Himalayan pink salt or natural sea salt, as they contain trace minerals like magnesium and potassium, which aid in mineral resorption and muscle function. However, they should still be used in moderation. Even though they are good salts, they still contribute to your overall sodium intake. The key here is balance. An important habit: learn to be a vigilant nutrition label reader. Not everyone realizes that hidden sodium in packaged foods can be very high, even in seemingly harmless products. Many manufacturers offer very small serving sizes to trick you into consuming more sodium without realizing it. For example, Lemon juice or apple cider vinegar can also add a refreshing flavor and help stimulate digestion. Simple habits like these, if done regularly, can make a big difference in your life. Incorporating a variety of natural herbs and spices into your daily meals can be a real game changer for your health. Herbs like rosemary, thyme, garlic, cumin, and turmeric not only add flavor and texture to your dishes, but also provide a host of healing benefits for your body. Turmeric, with its active ingredient curcumin, has been shown to have powerful anti-inflammatory properties, which can reduce joint pain and swelling in older people. Rosemary and thyme are also known to aid blood circulation and digestion, making them a great addition to your daily meals. Lemon juice, lime juice, or apple cider vinegar not only brightens up your food and makes it easier to eat, but also adds flavor naturally without the need for salt. These healthy alternatives are not only healthy, but they also make your meals more enjoyable and satisfying without relying on excessive sodium. When you want to add more flavor to your food, you can also use a little Himalayan pink salt or natural sea salt, as they contain trace minerals like magnesium and potassium, which aid in mineral resorption and muscle function. However, they should still be used in moderation. Even though they are good salts, they still contribute to your overall sodium intake. The key here is balance. An important habit: learn to be a vigilant nutrition label reader. Not everyone realizes that hidden sodium in packaged foods can be very high, even in seemingly harmless products. Many manufacturers offer very small serving sizes to trick you into consuming more sodium without realizing it. For example, the reality is, these refined carbohydrates can sap your energy, weaken your muscles, and accelerate your loss of mobility, especially as you age. It's not just age, it's diet. Declining leg strength, chronic fatigue, and loss of stamina are not entirely a natural part of time. Of course, age plays a role, but a poor diet, especially when you regularly consume refined grains, plays a big part. Refined grains, like white bread, white rice, refined pasta, have had most of their fiber, vitamins, and minerals stripped away during processing. The result is empty calories, lots of energy, but no real nutritional value. When you eat them, your body quickly converts them into glucose, causing your blood sugar to spike. This provides a quick burst of energy, but is quickly followed by a rapid decline, fatigue, sleepiness, weakness, a common condition that many older adults suffer from without understanding the cause. The fatigue cycle and the vicious cycle of movement. As blood sugar levels fluctuate wildly, over time, muscles weaken and endurance declines. Things that used to be easy, like walking, climbing stairs, or carrying a few bags of groceries, become daunting challenges. This leads to a vicious cycle. Fatigue, less movement. Less movement, muscle weakness. Muscle weakness, even more unwillingness to move. The good news is, you can break this cycle. It's never too late to make a change. The key is to replace refined carbohydrates with whole, fiber-rich foods. These simple choices can restore energy, strengthen muscles, and help you feel better every day. Move on to whole wheat bread, brown rice, quinoa, whole grain oats, farro, millet, barley. These grains are rich in fiber, B vitamins, essential minerals, not only help maintain stable blood sugar levels but also support digestion, sustainable energy, and a feeling of fullness for a long time. B vitamins and essential minerals found in whole grains are a healthy source of energy that helps the body function continuously throughout the day. Unlike refined carbohydrates, whole grains release energy slowly and steadily, helping to maintain regular blood sugar levels, avoiding the state of up and then down, causing fatigue and lethargy. When you combine these grains with high-fiber vegetables like leafy greens, sweet potatoes, and broccoli, along with lean proteins like chicken, fish, eggs, or beans, you're giving your body the building blocks it needs to maintain strong muscles, increase endurance, and recover quickly. Making these changes doesn't mean giving up your favorite foods. Rather, it means finding healthier versions of those same foods, versions that love your body back. For example, instead of white pasta, try whole wheat pasta. Instead of white bread, choose whole grain bread. These small but wise substitutions nourish your body in the long run, especially your muscles and joints. The results aren't just physical. These changes, however small, can result in more sustained energy, greater mental clarity, and an overall feeling of well-being. We all want to maintain our strength and independence as we age. But it's not just about living long, it's about living actively, freely, and fully. Choosing the right foods isn't just about eating right, it's about loving yourself, so you can live your best life every day of your life. Think about it this way. Your feet are more than just a physical means of getting around. They are the foundation of your independence, the backbone of a full life. Every step, every movement, every sitting down or standing up, it all starts with your feet. They are more than just muscles or joints. They are symbols of independence, freedom, and the ability to take control of your life. Through the years, from hard work to outings with loved ones, from small joys in daily life to big milestones in life, your feet have always accompanied you, without a word of complaint. They deserve to be cared for, nourished with the best. And it is up to you to decide. The foods you choose today are the source, fuel, determining the strength and durability of your feet in the years to come. Choose so that they are empowered, can keep up with the demands of life, and continue to take you through the coming decades with initiative and steadiness. Your feet, your most loyal companion, never ask where you are going. They just ask, how will you care for me so I can keep going? From spontaneous dances in your living room to adventures through the park, the city, or remote mountain hikes, your feet have been your faithful companions. They have helped you reach your big goals, dance at weddings, and stay strong through life's toughest moments. Your feet, the unsung heroes, have accompanied you through thick and thin, often without a word of thanks. But as the years go by, you may start to feel the changes, diminished strength, stiffness, and sometimes a dull ache. At first, you may think it's an inevitable part of aging, a natural part of life. But the truth is, it doesn't have to be. You have more control than you think. Mobility isn't just determined by age, it's also determined by the choices you make every day. Your eating habits, lifestyle, and the care you take of your body through each meal are key factors in determining the strength, flexibility, and freedom of your legs. The weakness, fatigue, and stiffness that many older adults experience are not entirely a matter of time. Instead, they are the cumulative effect of years of a diet high in sodium, refined carbohydrates, sugar, trans fats, and industrial additives. These substances silently cause chronic inflammation, weak muscles, poor blood circulation, and lead to joint pain, swollen legs, and prolonged fatigue. At first, it's just a little dull pain, a little swelling after sitting for a long time. But if left for a long time, these seemingly small things will gradually become big barriers, causing you to be afraid to move, avoid your favorite activities, and gradually lose the freedom that was once so familiar. If you find yourself struggling to climb stairs, or simply find it more difficult to walk, it's possible that not only is your body changing, but your thinking is starting to change too. You start to doubt your own abilities, start to limit what you can do, not because you want to, but because your body is silently speaking. But just as you've bounced back from other hardships in your life, you can bounce back from this one too. The foods you choose, the meals you prepare, the way you listen to your body. All of these little things are where you can start to regain your strength, not just in your legs, but in your confidence and self-control. When your legs feel heavy, or when you start to worry that you're losing your balance more easily than before, these are not minor inconveniences. They are your body's silent warnings that your legs need attention, care, and support. They're begging you to stop, listen, and act before it's too late. None of us want to lose our independence. No one wants to come to a point where we have to rely on others to do the simplest of things. And the important thing is, it's not an inevitable part of aging. The good news is, you can start over. Start today. It's never too late to start. The human body, even in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, has an amazing ability to heal and regenerate if you give it the right conditions. The first step on that journey to recovery starts with nutrition. Nourish your feet with whole, nutrient-dense, unprocessed foods to reduce inflammation, strengthen joints and muscles, and regain natural mobility. Imagine waking up in the morning, feeling lightness in your feet, natural strength in every step, and the ability to move through the park, up the stairs, or simply stand up straight with confidence, pain-free. It's not a far-fetched dream. It's within your reach, starting with what you put on your plate every day. Food is medicine, and it's your friend. Simple, easy-to-find foods that can revitalize your feet. Lean proteins, chicken, fish, eggs, beans, help build and repair muscle. Good fats, avocados, nuts, flax seeds, olive oil, help fight inflammation, support joints. Fruits and vegetables provide vitamins, antioxidants, support blood circulation, and strong bones. Remember, this journey doesn't have to be perfect. Just be consistent. You don't have to change everything in one day. Just take small, consistent steps. Replace packaged snacks with fresh fruit or carrots, cucumbers. Replace soft drinks with water, diluted juice, or herbal tea. Gradually reduce salt intake, increase fresh foods. Every meal, every grocery trip, every choice is an opportunity to build a stronger body. You don't have to do everything perfectly. Just start small, one healthy meal, one homemade dish to try, one recipe you're excited about, and let the changes build over time. Share this journey with a loved one, a friend, or a community that shares your goals. Because when we walk together, healthy eating becomes more fun, inspiring, and easier to do. You will notice your feet feel lighter, your energy increases, and you will want to move more, to return to the activities you once loved, whether it's a walk, a dance, or simply standing up without feeling pain. Because your feet are more than just a means of transportation. They represent your freedom, your independence, and the life you've worked so hard to build. They are the foundation for a fulfilling future. And they deserve to be cared for, strengthened, and appreciated. The choices you make today will shape the quality of your life tomorrow. So will you choose foods that help you stay healthy, increase your mobility, protect your feet, or continue on the path that silently weakens your vitality? The choice is always yours. And every decision, whether it's a meal, a trip to the market, or a dish you prepare, is a step towards a stronger, freer, happier you. It's never too late. And you are ready to start. Let today be the day you start to appreciate your feet, your health, and the future ahead. Let today be the day you choose to live with initiative, confidence, and vitality. We've come a long way together. And I hope you've learned something very important. Every choice you make, especially when it comes to what you eat, can make a huge difference. You've learned how food affects your muscles, joints, bones, circulation, and most importantly, your ability to move and live independently. Small, positive changes to your diet will not only improve the way your feet feel, but will also change the way you walk each day. Now, I want to hear from you. What did you learn today that you're ready to take action on? Was it replacing processed foods with whole foods? Or was it a commitment to go for a walk every morning, or cutting back on sugar and salt? Leave a comment below. Your experience could inspire someone else to start their own journey of change. Every step you take is a victory. And I believe you're ready to win every step.